supposed to cast Chinese games, but we'll do it. We'll do it just for you guys. I hope you guys appreciate it. I hope you do. I actually love Chinese Dota. I really do. All right, let's see what we're looking like here. So I have to fully say what I have to feel about this. Is Ola 11 still tagged up as eHome? Come on, man. You get switched over to the team, you take somebody out of the lineup, and you don't even have the decency to change your tag. What the hell? Okay. So, a couple of things that I think about this. First and foremost, I am kind of the opinion that Newbee boss is going to do worse than they would have if they would have had Axe on the team. Like, I think that Z9 is really not a very good support player. I think that if they were going to do this, instead of having Zhao 8 as Yang is about to drop, instead of having Zhao 8 on the carry position and having Z9 play the position 5, it could have been better to instead put Axe on the 1, have Old 11 go to 3 like planned, and then instead put Zhao 8 on the 4. Because for me, like, and I know the whole team exists because Z9 is the owner of Newbee, but still, it's like you had a much more talented player who is playing in the offlane role. So that's my kind of opinion on it. As far as Vici is concerned, the team is very talented. ZYF, Mr. End here himself, is probably one of the better carries in China. You've got a couple others that are going to compete for that title, but he's incredibly talented. Yang is an offlaner that will rock your world. Honestly, he is so freaking good. He carries games for his team constantly. DDC, of course, very talented player in his own right. You do have over here Ori. I don't know a ton about this guy. I haven't seen him play, but another one of those sort of, CDEC players that was playing for a long time. Also, can I just mention that there's like not a whole lot of lag, and this is Chinese Dota? What is this? What's going on? But yeah, it just in general, it feels like the Newbie boss team. When Ferrari was playing well, when Ferrari was playing well in the most recent iterations of IG, it always happened off the back of having like the rest of his supports help him out in lane. And I mean, you're going to see this rotation right now. But if you want to find this, you have to be Z9, the person who's out there getting that initial grab. And if you're not able to find it, if your rotations aren't completely crisp and clean, then you are just going to be punished and not be able to get it. So I don't know. I think that that's part of the reason you see in this instance right here, the Shadow Fiend up 31-14 versus the 10-3. So I don't know. That's rough. So an 8.7k Templar Assassin God, apparently, is what Ori is. Good to know. There's so many talented players in China, honestly. It's absurd how good they are. But again, it's like you oftentimes will get people that will get a job just because they have like huge streaming contracts or something else like that. Oh, nice little play there, Ferrari. They are going to bring in Chuan again. But it's also, it feels to me like as Yang is going to try and get his way out of this one, should be able to, I believe. Yeah, Dazzle HYM is there. Like, even Chuan, he was, if you think about, like, Chuan at his best, to me, he wasn't always, like, when I think of Chuan, first of all, I think of Lion. That's, like, his hero in my eyes. Always so freaking talented with it. And I think of him making plays in response to other people as opposed to being the one who's out front and center to find the initiation. And so, like, a lot of what this team's early game is going to depend upon is Z9 on this Rubik making plays. And I would rather have Zhao 8 in that position rather than, something else. So, not sure. I also need to switch this over. It is the China qualifier. We'll update information, and then we'll call it good there. I don't believe that Southeast Asia is not happening. I just noticed mid lane is literally the most famous TA player in history in Ferrari against a TA pump stomper in Ori. And yeah, and Ferrari is playing TA. Yeah. It's a sad time. It's a sad time indeed. All right, Ori looking for the movement in now. He does have level 6, obviously no ulti as of yet. They could decide to just take this stack if they wanted, or they could get aggro, try and find a kill onto Chuan, somebody else possibly. Ogre is sitting mid for the moment. We'll see if anybody happens to realize, yeah, there's the Sentry War drop down, and they ping out Shadow Fiend there. That should mean that there's no chance for a kill in this lane, at least for the next couple minutes. But yeah, Chuan, thinking about him, the way that he plays, I feel like he's always better in the reactionary support role, the person for the counter initiation, the huge earth spike that connects onto a bunch of heroes when he was playing, you know, in Newbee a while ago. Basically, I'm just going to spend the rest of this cast flaming Z9. That's what I'm going to say. But 1-to-1 so far. We can take a look at what the net worth is looking like. It's still relatively even despite the mismatch going on in the mid lane. But yeah, Ferrari, definitely a struggle bucket at this point. And Old 11 sort of regulated back towards the jungle. He's still gotten a ton of CS in this one, and that's going to be the kind of their silver lining is his play on the Magnus as he gets into a relatively quick Blink Dagger. You do also have Luna that's very farmed, but the big problem is that you also have ZYF, Mr. End himself on this lifestealer is going to get out of control and can probably make rotations quite quickly. Not to mention the fact that Centaur hasn't been getting like nothing. Yang is going to continue to probably perform well and get his Blink Dagger a decent clip. And they want to push now. They've got a Satyr Tormentor. They've got Bastion. They're going to take some a little bit of damage there as the courier goes down. What the hell? Where was that courier? Just had a TP on it. But we can switch over to net worth now. About 9 minutes into it, the tier 1 goes down. And again, no great response from Vici. I think that they just want to build into those first couple of items. Looks like Dragonlance is going to be the build for Shadow Fiend. Sometimes when you have like these strong initiating lineups with like the Centaur, Blink, you know, Infest Bomb out, you get the follow-up Blink from the Shadow Fiend as well to start moving around the map. He could end up thinking about going back for that, but I think with the Dragonlance build, you're sort of committed towards more right-click oriented builds and then just depend upon that burst damage from the Centaur and the Lifestealer.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So, Old 11, Blink Dagger now going to be up. We'll see if they try and get something done with this. Obviously, against the Lifestealer, it's pretty solid. But the question is, like, where do you find the rest of your damage? All right, well, maybe this is the answer. You just bring in the Luna with an Eclipse. Also do have Chuan, who's in the area. He could come in for a little bit more of that physical damage with the Diabolic Edict. Definitely a possibility. Let's see, 1,500 net worth lead, right around 1,500 experience as well. And Tranquil Boots, Blink done. Yeah, just not really doing anything. Come on, Mag, make a play. I believe in you. I think that's why a lot of the reason that we ended up seeing a lot of other Mags going for like an Echo Saber early. If they could find this kill, it's not quite there. And now they realize that the Blink Dagger is there as well, and N can just jump inside the DDC Ogre if he needs to. I guess he already used Infest, so. Nonetheless, a tough one. Come on, China Dota. I believe in you. I popped over to this game because I expected fireworks. We're not getting fireworks. All right, yeah, Z9 is just like, yeah, I'm out of here. See you later, guys. Nice tower. Luna's going to trade out for the tier 1 top. I miss a kill. That happens over by the jungle. Ferrari going to steal some Ancients. Fine and dandy. Has both the Deso and the Blink Dagger queued up. I'm curious which one he goes for here. I mean, with the Blink on Old 11, you'd kind of think that that would be the way to go, but they do have a decent amount of like armor-related things on this lineup with like Weave there and stuff. You might need that extra bit of minus armor to break through. So again, for anybody just joining us, Newbee Boss facing off against Vici Gaming. in the
structures
Chinese
are
qualifiers. I believe this is the round of 32.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
All right, old 11, make the play. I believe in you. I mean, you can see, like, Vici don't even care. Eventually, they're going to need to
Dire's
respond to
top
this.
tower has
But
fallen.
for now, at least, they're feeling comfortable with the way the game is going. Or just feel like they don't have the ability to farm. Or rather, fight.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
HYM, ever closer to his own little first item. Wants to pick up a medallion. There's a lot of Roche potential on both teams. Granted, for Newbee, it probably needs to come off the back of TA actually finishing the Deso before we could start to see the actual movement in there towards it. A very odd smoke. I don't know what the goal of this was. To place a ward? That seems pretty bad. Okay, fine, don't worry. Yang is going to have his Blink Dagger soon. Let's see it. HYM. They have eyes on this Dazzle. They could just go for him if they wanted. It would be like a Blink Skewer play, although HYM is going to see them coming as well. And does back out. Vision-wise, they can't see up that hill, obviously. But they drop down a ward. They realize that there must have been something going on there. Nice deny by HYM as well. And yeah, that's going to do it. All right, Centaur, your time is now. Let's see it. Let's make it happen. For all the people out there in the world who want to see some exciting Dota 2. Time to fight. Time to battle. The other thing is there isn't really like a great Empower target. Oh. Yeah, Ferrari has the Deso now, and they're going to go in, and that was not spotted. They might realize something has happened, but if they want to get there, they need to go, like, right now. And I just don't think it's going to be there in time. Yeah, Roche has already fallen. Newbee now taking this. This puts a very big damper on everything that Vici Gaming could be doing. They just infested into Yang, so it's kind of a scary time to go for a smoke play. They're deciding now and decide to smoke, but don't bring everybody with them. Yeah, VGJ just look very insecure and unsure of what they want to accomplish. Like, yeah, I don't know about this. Questionable, questionable. Very questionable plays. Sick infest, man. Oh, God. Yeah, just unlucky timing there. But, like, the thing was, too, they pop the smoke after the Aegis and then decide that they don't want to go. Like, I think that there's just, like, a lot of not everybody on the same page. You can understand it. Somebody must have, like, made the call for themselves that, all right, we're going to go for the smoke play, and then realized it wasn't going to work out and then decided to back out afterwards. So, understandable. He has infest again if they want to go for it in a little while. We got a medallion. It's awesome. Ain't gonna take a couple pot shots to the face. Man, you gotta kill these centaurs. That's so much gold. Do it. Ah, there we go. That's great. You love to see that. They still have the Stampede as well if they need to get out of a dangerous situation. It does look like Z9 is going to be moving down this way to try and fend off the pressure that was coming in. Yang stepping over to TA trap. We'll give vision for a moment. 2 kills to 1 in 16 minutes. Boy, am I glad that I hopped into this one. I think that there's going to be a lot of very interesting Chinese Dota games, but neither of these teams are playing at the level that they need to if they want to win this. Honestly, it's just not. They're not playing super good Dota. And I would be really concerned with them, particularly after just seeing even a couple minutes of this game. Granted, you're getting a lot of farm on like your Luna and everything, but
Radiant's
the fact
bottom
that the
tower
laning
is
stage
under
went this
attack.
bad for Newbee, and then the fact that
Dire's middle
Vici
tower is
haven't
under
really been
attack.
able to accomplish anything in those like couple of questionable plays, neither team is inspiring like any confidence in me. It's sort of a question at this point of like who is going to play, who is going to make the least mistakes as opposed to who is going to come up with the best game plan. And right now, potentially walking into a mistake. Shadow Fiend as well as Yang and DDC, they're here. The old 11. He has his Shadow Blade there, might run into Yang. Oh, and yeah, it's a scary moment. But, all right, here we go. RP immediately into the skewer, pushing him back in. Yang's gone. They don't hit the stun. And, well, that's going to do that. Again, if anybody is interested, all of these games are able to be hosted on the client. There's something wrong with the ticket through the other regions. So if you want to watch the Chinese Dota games, you can check them out there. There might still be some, little bits of lag going on just because, Chinese servers and all. But we also have Southeast Asia Dota that's going to be going on. And Zyclops is going to be casting that in just a little bit. So, woo! All right, another smoke rotation. This is your time to shine, Vici. I believe in you. You can do it. Are they going to make it happen? Is it going to go on? Oh my God, they did it! It's amazing! Oh, it's great. All right, back to farming. So 4-2 now. They get themselves a kill. And it looks like we got to find some way to bring a little bit of entertainment here. It's got to be something. You've got yourselves the Luna. He's very farmed up. And possibly, just possibly, they can, make a play or something. I'm sorry I missed the kill. I was trying to tab out so I could turn YouTube on. It's a real struggle, everybody. They pop Stampede for that one. Old 11 has the Shadow Blade as well. He's going back for the BKB himself, and they want to make it work. Hopefully we're not muted up there in that VOD. I'm sure that it will be fine. Let's see. 4 staff for Ferrari. Excuse me, not Ferrari. He's got the Blink Deso. I mean, the only thing that I really want out of this game, the only thing that really would tickle my fancy is if we got a big RP into a 2-shot from Templar Assassin. And TA is getting big. There's definitely a possibility for this, but I'm not sure if it's going to happen. Let's see, DDC. Currently sitting there as well as Ori. They are getting ever closer to that potential to go for another gank. We're not going to try and use the music again because we will definitely get banned. But there's a chance. There's a dream. There's a possibility. Old 11 Shadow Bladed. There's some movement down here to try and pressure the Tier 2 tower and see if they can take it. And lo and behold, the top lane as well, you have Ori doing the same thing. He's going to kill off an illusion, pressure this tower down a little bit. And maybe they can come back and defend against this. It wouldn't be the biggest play in the world. Actually, he is a TP, so he can get back. They're going to at least pressure this a little bit. Now the question is, do we see Newbee stick around after the fact? They drop the weave down. Offensive there. Stampede comes out. Okay, and they aren't able to actually do anything with it. Hoof Stomp stolen, and they jump out. A tower eventually drops to the Luna. Nobody died. Old 11 still looking for that initiation. They drop the Sentry Ward as well. And an Observer placed. Right now, Vici think they are safe. And instead of going for the big RP play, Old 11 hits the ward in the face. Come on, guys. I believe in you. Make something happen. You can do it. I mean, they're incredibly happy just sitting here the entire time and sort of taking it passively. They skewer back in DDC. They have another weave that's now down onto 5. Possibly Vici can force something, but without the Ogre, it seems unlikely that they're even going to be willing to, honestly. Old 11 again Shadow-Bladed. There's no great way for them to walk up here, considering there's several wards up on the high ground that would spot him out. Desolator picked up for the Lifestealer. Like, it can infest again, but they're also breaking the Blink Daggers. Yang able to find one as a turnaround stomp coming in from the Rubik. Nicely played there as well. The Shadow Fiend ulti comes out, and, well, Ferrari is already killed off too. They might be able to find more. There's the skewer back. Make it happen for me at least one time, and they just call GG. Oh, God, what an awful game. All right, that's fine. Well played, Newbee boss. They end up taking the game against Vici. So Vici eliminated now from the Chinese qualifiers, first one. All right, we did it. We made it happen. The game was played, and Newbee will continue on.